Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. Apple's new crash detection feature is still causing headaches for ski patrols and the sheriff.
Unless you can see the display, You're not going to know that it's trying to call 911 on your behalf.
Correct, and it calls it automatically after 20 seconds. So we engaged Apple, and we've been in and out of engagement with Apple. Take it for what you want.
The problem is the feature cannot tell the difference between a car crash and a sudden stop on skis.
Obviously, as the sheriff's officer, we're responsible for those slopes. We have to actually make contact with the person whose phone or watch has called 911. We can't just go, oh, it's an Apple crash notification. It's okay.
We reported on this back in December when the sheriff and ski resorts were talking to Apple. They had heard a patch was coming. It never did.
We've now enlisted the help of the Attorney General's office because we're getting nowhere.
Since November, false Apple reports to Summit Dispatch have nearly quadrupled. But there could be one remedy.
Apple tells us that if you update your phone, it should help to fix this problem. Okay. So let's all locally here try to test that.
Give your phone an update and check your watch if you fall on the slopes. Family members are thanking Summit Fire and EMS for rescuing 4 teenagers injured in a 3-car pileup this Tuesday. All 4 teens were in the same car, and all 4 are expected to recover. One will have surgery. Another is in Denver for testing. No injuries reported from the other 2 vehicles. This week's school board meeting was quiet and mostly uneventful, even after a discussion of Summit's contested LGBTQ resolution. Several parents and students made comments supporting the district. A support petition has over 1,100 signatures. An older petition against the resolution has over 2,000 signatures. Welcome to Under the Radar with Frisco Town Manager Tom Fisher.
The town has very strong climate action goals, as many of the communities in the county have, and this will be the first building that the town builds that will be net zero.
Fisher is talking about Slopeside Hall, the new $10 million building planned for the adventure park.
It will go beyond even our own codes on how to build in a more climate-friendly way.
But what exactly does net zero mean?
The building materials themselves, they have to be very specific, more on the renewable side than some other products. The energy systems and the heating and cooling systems are the biggest part of that. They will be all electric.
He admits, yes, this makes the project more expensive up front.
If you look at over life cycle, though, the cost comes way down. And you're actually saving money over different systems that you might put in place.
It is the same idea at Frisco's new workforce projects, like the CDOT neighborhood on 7th and Granite.
We can bring down the cost and the affordability of a housing unit by making it more renewable.
Council is hammering out details for Slopeside Hall. When started, it will take about 18 months to finish. Tune in again next Thursday for Under the Radar with local town managers. In sports, the Nuggets play the Warriors tonight at 7. And in local sports, today on the Warmup, brought to you by iFurnish in Frisco and Kremling.
5 minutes before my start, I had to swat 3 race suits, and then I sprinted to the start at 10 seconds to it, didn't have my pull straps on, and I had to start without pull straps. Kind of weird because I was just gassing myself to catch up to the front group.
That was sophomore James Sowers on the HS Nordic ski team, explaining why he only got 5th out of over 100 skiers in Minturn last weekend.
I was trying to win that race because the kid who won that race I've beaten in the past couple of races.
That top 5 finish propelled the boys' team to a team win. The girls' team took 5th as a team, and junior Lily Sigolski knows they can do better.
Battle Mountain for sure is our biggest rival right now, I think. Especially in the girls' side of things, we need to start beating those girls if we want to even have a chance at winning state.
The state ski championship is coming up fast, February 16th and 17th in Frisco and Copper. This has been the Warm-Up every Thursday and Friday. In other preps, Summit High Wrestling is out at Central High today. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery.